You've probably heard of Vonage, right? That service that lets you make calls over the internet. But here's the burning question. Does Vonage actually need Wi-Fi to work? I mean, it's a digital age and all, but what if you're in a Wi-Fi dead zone? Or maybe you're just skeptical about relying solely on wireless internet for something as crucial as your phone service. Well, let's dive into this and clear the air. First things first, let's talk about what Vonage actually is. It's a voice over internet protocol, VoIP, service. Basically, it converts your voice into digital data packets and sends them over the internet. This is how you can make calls using your internet connection instead of a traditional landline. Now, the big question, does it need Wi-Fi? Short answer, it depends. Vonage primarily relies on a stable internet connection to function. This can be Wi-Fi, but it doesn't have to be. You can also connect your Vonage device directly to your modem or router using an Ethernet cable. So, if you have a strong wired internet connection, you're good to go without Wi-Fi. But what about those times when you're not at home? Can you use Vonage on your mobile phone? Absolutely. The Vonage app allows you to make and receive calls using your smartphone's data connection. This means you can stay connected even when you're out and about, as long as you have cellular service. However, there's a catch. Using Vonage on your mobile data can eat into your data plan pretty quickly, especially if you're a heavy caller. So, while it's a convenient option, it's important to be mindful of your data usage. Now, let's talk about call quality. Does using Wi-Fi affect the quality of your Vonage calls? Well, it can. If you have a strong Wi-Fi signal, your calls should be clear and crisp. But if your Wi-Fi is weak or congested, you might experience issues like dropped calls, echo, or poor audio quality. On the other hand, a wired connection is generally more stable and less prone to interference, which can result in better call quality. So, if you're concerned about call quality, a wired connection might be the way to go. But what about those times when you're experiencing a complete internet outage? Can you still use Vonage? Unfortunately, no. Since Vonage relies on an internet connection to function, you won't be able to make or receive calls if your internet is down. This is a major drawback compared to traditional landline phones, which can still work during power outages. So, to sum it up, Vonage can work with or without Wi-Fi. It depends on your specific setup and needs. If you have a strong, reliable internet connection, either wired or wireless, you should be able to enjoy clear and consistent calls. However, if you're concerned about call quality or potential outages, a traditional landline might be a better option for you. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to use Vonage comes down to your personal preferences and priorities. Consider your internet connection, call quality expectations, and backup plans in case of outages. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.